a tough way to lose, given the fact that our level of fight throughout the game was just phenomenal. We did so many great things to hang in when things got tough, and then to eventually take the lead. And I think we got it to 6 at one point in the fourth. And then, these games come down to just microscopic little things. And I think throughout the game, I haven't looked at it yet, but we're going to see some things, that I really believe that our 16 turnovers to their 10 was a big factor. Their three-point shooting was an obvious factor in the game. And these are all process things that work toward a result. So, we were aggressive, they were aggressive. We shot 29 free throws, they shot 30. Love to keep them off the line a little bit more. But just really disappointing with the level of, fight and heart that our guys put into it. So I'm real disappointed for them.
As a coach, as you address your team after a game like this, how do you balance a game with seemingly so many positives that doesn't end in the result that you'd like?
I'm not going to get into what I said to him, but I was really proud of the effort, and really I'm saying the same thing over again. The fight that they put into it was just tremendous.
You had a stretch in the fourth quarter where you went from down 6 to up 6, and Domas called it maybe the most fun that he's had all year. What did you think of that stretch of play and maybe trying to replicate moments like that going forward?
Well, it's the essence of, why we're in this business, to compete at a high level, with a great crowd that was really into the game. And when you put that much into it, we had to put so much into fighting our way back into the game, let alone to get the lead, and so it was just great to see. It just bodes well for, upcoming games. And we're a little decimated right now, personnel-wise. But we keep fighting like this because things are going to happen.
I know you've previously called DeMar DeRozan like one of the most underrated players in history. What do you think it says about a guy who was pretty much struggling all night, but then he gets going in the fourth quarter and obviously hits that walk-off three?
Great players are capable of shots like that. It certainly was not what they drew up. And look, you say struggle. I mean, he had 25 points. He wasn't struggling that much, He was making it difficult on us. He got to the free throw line a lot. He didn't shoot a great percentage from the field, but he's a constant problem. He's a guy you constantly got to deal with, from a game planning standpoint, adjustment standpoint. We got unlucky with that last shot. We played hard enough, to deserve to win. But their year has been a year marked by, getting breaks, and they've worked for the breaks that they've gotten. A lot of things have gone against us, but the level of fight that we showed tonight will bode well for us as we go forward.
And then on the possession before the shot, what did you all want to get with that .7 on the clock?
Yeah, I don't want to get into it. Not that, obviously, but little things are going to happen. Caris thought there was an opportunity to go back door. Justin threw the lob. I really can't tell from the film if it hits the backboard or the rim or What, did anybody see it? I just can't tell. And if it doesn't hit the rim, it should be a 24-second violation. So, but anyway, they end up with the ball, and look, we were matched up. We had the guy guarding DeRozan we wanted, and he just, he made a 1-footed shot, at the buzzer from 28 feet or something like 30 feet or whatever it was. And so, it's just I'm just real disappointed for the players. Just, they just fought their butts off all night long, all day long, and it's a tough one to see for them.
And then I know, you talked about the fight of this group. Again, you got Caris leading that charge. I mean, what'd you say to him, or how do you view just the way he played to steer the ship yet again?
He played tremendously well. We changed the substitution pattern a little bit today to try to keep him a little fresher. Played him a couple of stints. Had him rest a couple of stints in the first half, which I think was a good thing. We only got him one rest in the second half, but he kept attacking. He kept creating. He kept willing the ball in the basket. I thought there were a couple, 3 times it looked like there was a lot of contact and no whistle. I got to go back and look at those.
And considering the personnel you guys had and the opponent, this seemed like a game with maybe as many, perhaps even more positives than negatives. How do you weigh that with, I guess, the way the game ended?
I mean, how the game ended didn't at all show how we played the whole rest of the game. Winning that would have been, perfect for the things that we've been talking about we need to do, because we came out and we did that. We fought the whole time, didn't shy away at all, and fought with, undermanned, fought in a situation that we've been struggling to find that fight. And so to come out and play like that and then, lose that way, it is tough. But, if anything, we need to build off of how we played today.
That's a play where if he misses a shot that's very difficult, you're probably in a very happy scenario and feeling pretty fulfilled from a game like this. So is it possible to take positive momentum on a loss where there are a lot of positives in it?
I mean, yeah, I would think so. Some other people might feel otherwise. I mean, our goal is to win the game, but it is a long season, and we are trying to put the best team on the floor each time and improve each day. And the things that we need to be better at was fighting, was having effort, was having the energy, was playing for one another, and we did that tonight. So we can, leave with that, but it's still going to be tough to, completely be like, yay, we did it because we didn't finish the game.
Justin, what were the conversations like as you all were just taking every punch and giving those punches back down the stretch?
Yeah, just to keep fighting. Having those young guys come in, I think, helped us. Because a lot of people don't know, they do give us a spark, and they are, there's a lot of energy to them, but they actually talk a lot. Dwayne, is very encouraging how he speaks. Kiefer is the same way. Nate is the same way. So we're all sitting there like, we need to keep pushing, we need to keep going forward. And those two dudes were like some of the guys in the forefront of doing so. And that's what the conversation is like. And that's what we have to keep the conversations like. To understand, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs in this basketball game, but we have to keep fighting, keep staying together, and keep encouraging one another.
And you were the one that inbounded the pass at the end, right? What did you see on that play? And I guess what were you all trying to get? Because I know it was like 0.7 on the shot clock.
In my head, it was 0.7. So I was trying to figure out. I mean, I knew the play call that we called. I was trying to figure out how I can get it to someone to where we can actually get a bucket and get a good look and, maybe make it. And I looked at Caris, and Caris looked at me, and so I knew he was going to do something for that to happen. And when he went back door, I was like, oh, he actually might be able to finish this. So I just knew to put it close to the rim as possible. I kind of wish I would have just made it, because if we'd have touched it, it's a bucket. And so I tried to get it up there to where he can get it off, get a decent look, and then if we can offer us a rebound, which, it didn't turn out that way. It wasn't what the play call was, so we'll see how others feel about it. But sometimes I I just made the decision I felt was best with .7. I just wasn't sure. We threw it to somebody to shoot a jump shot. They would have gave it to us, or what the case may have been. And I figured somebody going to the rim having a good chance of tipping it in was a good idea. So that's what I went with.
And then is these one of those situations where you, as a competitor, you kind of just tip your cap? I mean, he shot a one-legged three.
Can't do anything about it. I mean, hats off to him. Good shot, I guess. There's nothing else I can really say about it. It was a tough shot, but he makes it. At the end of the day, they win and we don't. So.
Rick had spent the last couple of games talking about defensive energy and disposition and all that needing to be better, and it seemed like that was the case tonight. They shoot 41%. Do you feel like you at least made strides in that area?
100%, man. I think we played well defensively. It was fun. It was a lot of energy involved in it, a lot of communication, which is, all the things you need to play a good defensive game, and they felt us the whole game. They made some tough shots. I mean, we did a good job on Levine and DeMar. At the end of the day, they're a good team, play well, and again, DeMar makes a tough shot to win it. But how we play defensively is, in the perfect world, we'll play that way every night to where we're just having fun on that end and not just offense.
Domas, how do you balance a game like this where there seemingly were a lot of positives, especially considering the personnel? Guy hits a really tough shot, but otherwise, and you're probably feeling fulfilled after a night like this. How do you balance all that?
It's definitely tough losing this way. Bringing all the energy in. We have a lot of guys out. The new guys brought in a lot of energy. We really felt that, and it definitely stings when you lose this way. But there definitely is a lot of good things coming from it.
I wanted to ask about a 6-minute stretch in the fourth quarter. You guys went from down 6 to up 6. It seemed like there was as much energy on the bench and on the floor as we've seen maybe in a month or so. What was it like to experience that and maybe to try to replicate that in the future?
It was a lot of fun. It was probably the funnest we've had all year. The bench was great. All the guys brought a lot of energy. The crowd was into it. The fans did a great job of getting us going. So we just gotta keep playing this way so everyone's locked in.
A lot has been made about you guys' slow starts in the last couple of games. Much better today. What did you sense as the biggest difference from this game and past games at the beginning?
Last game, we let them score 71 points in the first half. So this game, we just wanted to come out and play really hard from the beginning.
What did you think of that? You switched on to DeRozan for a second right at the end. What did you think of that incredible one-legged shot?
We were just trying to get him to get the ball out of his hands, and then it was kind of crazy. I kind of saw eye contact with him. I feel like he didn't really know how much time was left. He looked up, he saw there was not a lot left, and he just shot that shot. It was good defense, but better offense.
And to kind of piggyback, is that, like I asked Justin the same thing, you just tip your cap on a shot like that? I mean,
yeah, you can't do anything, good shot, sometimes it goes in, sometimes it doesn't, and today we were on the other side.
And then what were the conversations like down the stretch of this game? You're getting going, Caris is making plays, rebounding, diving, just, Justin hitting shots to withstand a lot of those runs and to stay, in this game.
Just keep being aggressive, miss or make, get back because they're a good transition team, they leak out. So it was basically just being locked in on both sides.
And then what did you think of just the guys who were able to come in just shorthanded? I mean, Nate, coming in, and Kiefer and other guys who haven't been in that long, but obviously giving you all valuable minutes to have a chance like this.
They're great, since yesterday practice and today, they're just coming, bringing energy, keeping us locked in, they really helped us tonight.
Caris, given how you all played in this game, what do you think it says about your team? And then how tough is it to, accept that you played well, but also accept the outcome?
I think it just speaks to how hard we played all night, how resilient we were, despite everything else going on with our team, COVID and injuries and things like that. It's obviously very disappointing to lose a game like that on a shot like that, but we got to keep our heads up and we got to keep fighting.
And then for the outside looking in, for people who aren't in your position, how difficult is it, or maybe not, is it to have, two guys like Kiefer and Nate come in and, they haven't been here for more than a couple of days and they're expected to produce, and they do, and you all have a chance to win?
Yeah, their energy was huge for us tonight. Coming in, providing a spark for us. So we that's definitely not overlooked. We needed them, and they provided that energy for us. just a disappointing outcome for us.
On the last shot, do you just tip your cap when a guy hits a one-legged three at the buzzer?
Yeah, there were some things that happened before that, couple plays before that, where we didn't get favorable calls from the refs, and I may get fined for that. I really don't care, because I think when they go back and look at it, they'll do their little 2-minute report, and they'll come out and say, "Oh, we missed a foul here, we missed a foul here," but at the end of the day, what does that mean? That doesn't really mean anything to us. We got fouled down the stretch a couple times. I got hit on the head. Had another crossover. Definitely should have been a shooting foul. Was taken out of on the side. They get touched. It's free throws. So it is what it is. It happens. And I'm not one to blame the refs. I've never done that. Came in here and done that. But I think that needs to be said. But at the end of the day, he hit a tough shot, and it is what it is.
On the tip with 0.7 on the shot clock at the end, Justin said you and him made eye contact before that play happened. Do you remember the call, and do you get the same memory that he has, where it was just a read thing where you and him?
Yeah. We made eye contact. It was a pretty good pass, actually. I think it hit the rim before I had a chance to really even get to it. But it was a really good pass. I think it ate some clock down too. They came down and hit a runner contested from like 30. So, if we would have did it differently, I don't know if I would have changed anything on that play.
End of games like this, when you're the only guy who can really handle the ball and create, and Rick's having you go over and over and over again, how difficult is that when you have all the defensive attention in those moments?
It's pretty difficult. But I train my body and my mind for moments like these. I feel like we were right there, and we played well enough to win that game, and we followed the game plan almost to a T, and it just sucks that we didn't get it.